Hi fashion lovers, welcome to my channel. I'm Favor. In today's videos I'm going to be teaching you how to draft out a trouser pant. So the measurement that you'll be needing is your waist measurement, your hip measurement, your laps measurement, your crouch measurement, your ankle, and your knee measurement. So these are the measurements you need for drafting out a trouser pant. So this pattern I'm about to start now is for a kid. Then I'll be drafting both the back pattern and the front pattern at on the same paper drafting. So the next thing I'm doing now is marking out her laps measurement. So I'm going to mark out her laps measurement, which is 7.5, and then the next thing I'm doing is to mark out the length measurement. So either you start with marking out your trouser length or other bodies marking. So it depends on you. This is how I choose to start with today. So I'm going to connect these lines and then start with the pattern drafting. Then on this place I marked, on this waist area I marked her hip last measurement. I'm going to divide her hip measurement by 4 and then marked it. So here I came down by 3.5 because it's a kid, so I came down by 3.5 and then connect this line. So on that waist area, if you don't want to put an elastic, you're going to use your actual waist measurement divided by 4 and then impute it. Then you divide your hip measurement by 4 and then mark it. So I'm going to connect these two lines to form my hip line. So you connect the line and then I label hip length and then waist length. So this is the waist length and then the hip length. So the next thing I'm going to be marking now is the crouch line. So to get my crouch line, I'm going to divide her hip by 4 and then add 1.5 inches, making it 6.5 inches. So this is what I just marked for the length. So I'm going to reduce it because I marked 6 inches. So I'm going to add it 0.5 inches, making it 6.5 inches. So I'm going to mark 6.5 inches here and then connect the line. So this first line that I just drew now is 6 inches line, so I will not be using it again. We are going to use the one of 6.5 inches. Remember, I said to get your crouch line, you're going to divide your hips measurements by 4 and then add 1.5 inches. For a plus side, you're going to use 2.5 inches. For a normal side, you're going to use 2 inches. So I used for children, you're going to use 1 inches if you are not adding any elastic, but if you're adding elastic to it, you add 1.5 inches. The next thing you're going to do is to connect the line from your shoulder to waist and then curve to get your crouch curve. So you're going to curve it and then get your crouch curve. The next thing you're going to do now on this waist area, you're going to go in by 0.5 inches and then connect it to the crouch point, and then this other side you're going to then connect the line down to the full length. Then this place is just it's now left for you to determine the wideness of the trouser pant that you're working with, or if you are sewing a baggy all these free trouser. So it's now left for you to get the measurement and then mark it, impute it over there. Then if it is for a fitting trouser, also going to impute it. Then for the back side, I just added 1 inches allowance to the back area. After connecting it, I'm going to extend this line and then connect the cherry lines together. So I'll just extend the 1.5 down to the full length and then extend the lines. I'm using this blue marker to just differentiate both the front pattern and the back pattern. Remember, I said I'm drafting on the same paper. So the first one I did is the front drafting, and then using the front drafting, I I added 1 inches to get the back drafting, the back pattern. So this is all for this tutorial. And while cutting it out on your main fabric, you're going to cut out the back drafting, the back pattern first. After drafting it out, after cutting it out, you're going to trim out the area that you added. You are going to add the allowance, so you're going to trim it out and then use the remaining paper to cut out your front pattern. So just note that bear it in mind while cutting out your own, you don't use the pattern paper like this to cut both front and back. After cutting your back pattern, you trim out the allowance that you're going to add, whether 1.5, 2 inches or 2.5 inches, and then use the drafting to cut out the remaining one. So this one is the first one I did. I have I'm sewing for it two simply. So this is the first one I did off camera because there's no time. I don't want the video to be too long. So after drafting out this one, I then use this one for the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and please do well to like, share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to always be notified whenever I upload any video. Bye, see you.